Oh, that's kind of close. Is that close? No. Wait, what? No. Oh, the lighting's not so bad when you do it like that. Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to prepare for your new retainer. Okay, have you been to the dentist and the dentist now says you need a retainer or a mouth guard or anything mouth related and you're kind of like, what does that mean? Well, I've done all the research for you, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about how I prepared for my retainer and some of the little tips and tricks that I do to keep my retainer clean and my breath always smelling fresh. Stay tuned. So growing up, I had a big space in the front. Well, I wouldn't say it was big, but it was a considerable space in the front of my two front teeth. I remember I could squirt the water out like a fountain and it didn't really bother me. It was just, I guess, a characteristic of me. Then as I got older now, the space closed slightly. And I remember in 2004, the teeth on my lower jaw, they started to get very crooked. And I said, okay, let me go to the dentist and check out braces because I don't want it to get too bad because my sister's teeth, she looked like she have sharp teeth. Anyway, so I went to Dr. Beck and in 2004, I got braces fitted on the bottom. And he gave me a retainer for the top to kind of close the gap for the front teeth. I didn't really wear that retainer. However, I did notice that the gap in my front teeth just started to close on its own to the point where at one point I noticed that one tooth was almost overlapping the other, like I definitely had to floss to get in between. So I was kind of glad I didn't put on braces because it closed by itself. Anyway, I now have I can't remember the year I took off the braces on the bottom. I believe I only wore them for a year and now I have a permanent retainer. Then later years I go to the dentist and I have receding gum line, my head is always hurting me, and come to find out that while I'm sleeping, I clench my jaw, like I lock down my jaw. So I got a mouth guard. I've been wearing my mouth guard and I'm really good about wearing my mouth guard because I do notice in the morning when I wake up, I don't feel as much tension in my face, my head, I don't feel headachy. And also I notice a difference in my teeth, like my teeth won't, like it was almost weakening my teeth because imagine you spend a whole night just clamping down your jaw. Anyway, I wear my mouth guard. A couple of weeks ago, I start to notice that my teeth that were almost overlapping, my two front teeth, now have a space. And I was like, what is happening now? And anything to do with the dentist, the doctor, it's expensive. So I said, you know what, let me try and go into the dentist early to see if this problem can be remedied, for maybe less money than if I waited and I need like a whole set of braces. Why the space bothered me is because the space in between my two front teeth would mean that all my teeth are shifting at the front. It was really, really strange. And I'm wondering, am I now clenching so hard beyond the mouth guard that something is happening? Anyway, as I said, let me go check it out. I went to my dentist and my dentist said to me, you know what, you need to go to Dr. Beck again and let's see if you need a retainer or whatever. Now, when I smiled or when I spoke, it kind of bothered me because the space in my teeth was dark because you have white, dark. So to me, it felt like my teeth looked dirty. And I don't know if you guys have been following me for a while, but I have like a hygiene thing. I like to be very clean. I like to clean. And I just didn't like that my mouth especially looked dirty. In some of the videos, I was watching them back and I was kind of like trying to make my top lip a little heavier, like, so you don't see it as much. Even though when I do talk, it's usually my bottom teeth that show. But I was conscious about it. Anyway, and some love where they lick a diamond them on my teeth, so I was like, I don't want people looking at the diamond on my teeth and then they think that my mouth is dirty because there's a space, or why. Went to the orthodontist and he gave me a retainer. I got fitted for a retainer. So after I took my impressions for the retainer, I did some research and I was like, clearly anything that this retainer, it needs care. So I just want to show you my retainer and some of the things that I got that have really helped me with caring for my retainer. And yeah, I think this would work for braces too. This works for my mouth guard as well. Anyway, let me get into the meat of the matter. All right, so this is the retainer that I got. Boy, you're not even going to be able to see this. So it's almost like a plastic piece here. It's not an Invasalign. It's like a plastic piece, and it has one little bracket here. Snaps in on this side, and there we have this other plastic piece here that has my row of teeth, and the little bracket, braces bracket here, that snaps in on the other side. So what I would suggest you do if you have any form of retainer or mouth guard, there's these little things. It's called an Ortho Chew. So what this does is you just bite on it a few times, and it just helps for, sorry, okay, trigger warning, there may be spit in this video, so sorry, excuse me. If you bite down on your Ortho Chew, it just helps your guard, your retainer, whatever it may be, to just sit on your teeth properly, and for you to get that nice comfortable, I don't know if it's ever really comfortable, but for that, to get that nice fit and to make sure it's in place. Also, here's a really cool trick. So if you've forgotten to wear your retainer, your Invisalign for a couple days, and you notice that it's not really fitting too well, just bite down on your Ortho Chew, get it into place, and then wear your retainer as often as you can for as long as you can for the next 2 weeks to help get your teeth back to where they were before you stopped wearing them. But the Ortho Chew will really help just for them to sit on the teeth. My retainer is not finished yet. I have an elastic, but all right, let me just, so put my Ortho Chew. Then I have elastics here. I got a bag, actually this is a bag of elastics that I got. And then this, my retainer came with a bag of elastics. So I take an elastic, and then the brackets that were on my, is this an inside? No, it's not in, it's just this side. Take my elastic and I go 1, 2. So the elastic now is causing some tension to bring the two sides together. I try and wear my retainer as often as possible. I definitely wear it while I'm sleeping. The only time I take it out is when I'm eating. Now, let's get into some tips. If my retainer is not in my mouth, then it is in the case. These little stupid things can get lost so easy, and that has already happened to me where I lost one. I took it, I think it was actually this shirt I had on, and I just rested it in my blouse. It was like, okay, I need to go upstairs, I need to brush it, so let me just rest it right here. Anyway, one of the pieces fell out of my blouse, and it's clear. You know how hard it was to find? One of the things that I did was I went online and I got a case. So this is a nice, easy, flat case, square case. The only thing is that it doesn't have a mirror, and I make sure that I keep my retainer in the case. This is my mouth guard. This is another case. This is by the brand Invasalign. This is for I keep my mouth guard in here. Closes magnetically. It's just a little bit cuter than the case it comes in. So in my case, I clean out my case every now and then, just because your mouth is the first. Is your bottom or your mouth? I think your mouth is the first. Is it first? Is that the right word? No. Your bottom? No. Your mouth is the first dirtiest place on your body. That sentence was all right.
One eternity later.
The dirtiest place on your body is your mouth. Second place is your butt. No, I think your butt is first. Anyway, your mouth and your butt are dirty, so you want to keep them clean. So anytime you take off your retainer and you have it in the case, you don't want any mold or bacteria or smell to build up, so you want to make sure you keep your case clean. So you just use some antibacterial wipes and you just wipe it out every now and then, keeping it nice and clean. So in my case, I keep my Ortho Chew and I keep my elastics. Now, what I do is I separate my elastics into two little containers. Don't keep all your elastics in the same place, just because it's easy to lose. All these things are just so little, and you know, so I keep this in my drawer, and then I put a couple in this little plastic bag here, and I keep it in my case. One of the tools that I find really helpful is, what is it called? Remover tool. This is called a remover tool. So it has a little hook there on the end, So when you're ready to take off your retainer, your mouth guard, or anything like that, you're not using your nails to try and find the edge. I just use a hook, I take off the elastic, and then I use a hook and I find the top of the retainer and pull it down. And this makes for a way easier removal than if I'm with my nail trying to find, you know, where it can be lifted off from. This tool is really, really helpful. So I'll keep that in my case as well. Anytime I'm putting my retainer in my case, I make sure I just brush them off. Now, let's get into some cleaning. Now you know I love to clean.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right. Retainer cleaner. This is a retainer cleaner that I use. So I use this for my mouth guard and I use this for this retainer. And I use this every single night. So what I'll do is I will get, how many in here? 120 tablets. This can last you 4 months, they say. So it comes like this. You open up this here, and inside there is a tablet. So I just fill a glass with some hot water, drop this tablet in, it dissolves out, looks all blue, and then I drop my retainer in, and while I'm bathing, getting the kids ready, whatever it may be, my retainer is cleaning. It can stay in that solution for overnight, they say, but it needs at least, what is it, 3 minutes? It needs at least 3 minutes for it to kind of get working, yeah. So I'll just let my retainer, I just want to keep it nice and clean, like, you know, all that spit in there, it can get kind of frozy. And then something else that I have that I've only tried once, but it wasn't bad. So this is an aligner and retainer cleaner with whitening on the go. So I guess if I go out, if I'm on the road with my retainer and I've eaten something or I've taken it out, I don't know, and if I take it out and then put it back in without any form of cleaning, I just think that would be a little bit gross. So what I did, and I like that this had whitening in it, I would just use the foam and I in each side of the retainer and snapped it back in. Not bad, wasn't bad. I haven't really been many places and taken out my retainer, so this is why I've only used this once. But I did want to have something, you know, to freshen up the retainer. All right, let me remove it quickly so I can drink a little coffee. So I can't eat in the retainer, I can't chew gum, I can drink. The only thing is that when I'm drinking my coffee and stuff like that, I feel like the coffee gets into the retainer and kind of stays on my teeth. So, and I am a coffee drinker. Sorry to say, get gross. Elastic out, using the hook side. I can get a little gross. So I'm just gonna rest it on a paper towel that I have there because I don't like to put my dirty retainer in the case. I'm very clean, eh? I think, yeah, there's something to be proud of. Oh, let's get some coffee. Oh, yeah. Okay, so coffee, colored drinks, sodas, and curry, not very good for your teeth. We all know this. However, there's times where you can't really help that. So because I was doing the whole coffee thing and I used to smoke, I wanted to whiten my teeth. So I checked with a doctor friend of mine, and also there was a time where I whitened my teeth professionally years ago. And the doctor friend of mine actually recommended the same thing that I had used years ago. This is OpalSense. So we have two different types here, because you know I go crazy on Amazon. So this is the Go Packets OpalSense OpalSense teeth whitening. So here we have, it comes with like I think 10 trays. So it looks like this. When you open it, you just put the trays into your mouth, bite down, the green part comes off, and then you're left with like a strip on your mouth. You leave that in for, I usually leave mine in for about 20 minutes. I only do mine for about 20 minutes, and I do it once a week just because my teeth have become a little sensitive to the whitening. So I actually, from my professional whitening however many years ago, and surprisingly they fit, I have the OpalSense trays. OpalSense? No, not so OpalSense. It's Opal Sense. C-S-C-E-N. OpalSense. It's OpalSense. Okay. Say it like you know what you're talking about. So I have the OpalSense whitening trays from when I whitened my teeth donkeys years ago. So what you do with these trays now, and I guess maybe you could get like a cheapy mouth guard that could work, is you have these they look like injection needles, but they're just like, they're not injection needles, they're, what do you call it? Syringes. So they're syringes with the 35% hydrogen peroxide mint flavored whitening goo. You just drop a very small amount into the tray, just on a couple of the teeth, and then you fit them on. And I can't remember how long I'm supposed to leave this on for. I haven't used this just yet. I've been using these, because to be honest with you, when I bought these, I didn't remember that I still had these trays, and I honestly didn't think the trays would still fit me, because you know, your teeth moved, and that's what was happening with my teeth, why they're moving back and forth. I do find that I've been wearing my retainer very often, so my gap has closed up. Have some Panadol ready, because the first couple days, like when I was leaving the dentist office, I was like, it's not bad. But that night, I had a very difficult time sleeping, because it's actually moving your teeth from the root, moving it over. And this little piece of something, if like this fufu or something, it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. But I do try to wear it as often as possible, because literally I only have to wear it for a month, and then I go in a week, and the dentist will fit in a permanent retainer on the back of my teeth. A permanent retainer is what lots of people get, or when you wear braces, you're fit, once the braces come off the front, you're fitted with a permanent retainer on the back of your teeth, which is almost, it looks very similar, or it acts very similar to braces. It's just keeping everything in place that the braces have now moved into place. So it has the same wire and blah 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 blah. I've had a permanent retainer in the lower level of my teeth since 2004-5. So let me see, because I did make some notes. Let me see. Have Panadol ready, cause there's gonna be jaw pain. It's true. And then guys, remember, you are supposed to visit your orthodontist every 6 months. So whether you have braces or not, just make sure you check out your dentist every 6 months. Just, you need to get your teeth cleaned. The cleaning that the dentist will do is a little bit deeper, more polishier, more nicer than any cleaning that you could give yourself. They go through, they pick out all of the stuff, and they're basically, I guess, scraping off your teeth. A dentist is gonna say I shouldn't have said that.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Not scraping off your teeth. They're deep cleaning your teeth. You know what I mean? You know, like how when you have your white clothes and you wash them, and then you have to go and soak them in some blue soap and bleach them to get them nice and clean and brighter. Yes, well, same thing with your teeth. Every regular brushings, yada yada yada, that's great, but every 6 months you need to go to your dentist, and especially if you smoke. I found that when I smoked, on the back side of my teeth, there was like a brown thing that would build up. I guess that's tar. Anyway, I don't smoke anymore, so I don't have that problem. And I go to my dentist pretty often. Remember to floss. I used to use regular floss, now I use these floss picks, which I actually really like. Oh no. So I have a permanent retainer on the bottom, so it's hard to floss. There's actually these little loop things that you can get to floss properly. But now if I get the retainer on the top, it's going to be hard to floss the top too. Flossing is a pain in the butt. But make sure you do it, because all kind of things can grow in between your teeth. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Alright, and then one thing I wanted to show you guys was my handy dandy. This video is so weird. Like, hey, join me as I discuss oral health, specifically my oral health. Join me as I talk about oral health, specifically my oral health. Make sure you like the video. This is my toothbrush. This is a Phillips SoniCare toothbrush. I switched to this. My friend who is a dentist, Carly Ogaki, she said to me, why you don't try electronic toothbrush? And I was like, oh, they're so expensive, and you have to buy the parts and the heads, or replace the heads, and you have to charge it. It's such a bother. She goes, just buy it. Just buy it. I guarantee you, you will feel like your teeth have never been cleaned before. Okay, Carly, whatever. You're so extra. I bought the toothbrush, and the first time I brushed my teeth, it was so lovely. My teeth felt polished, they felt shiny, they felt good, they looked good. And then because of the different settings that you have on, or I have on my electronic toothbrush, it makes sure that I brush my teeth for the amount of time that you're supposed to. It also changes vibration patterns, so I go up for 30 seconds, then I go to the other side 30 seconds and down, and then you get another time to go on inside, back to make sure you don't get that tar buildup, then front. And you don't need to do this because it's already vibrating. I love my toothbrush. And also, you don't need a lot of toothpaste when you're using an electronic toothbrush. This is my second one. No, the first one, something went wrong with mine, but it was under warranty, so I got another one. And then that one wasn't pink, so I had to get this one. I upgraded because this one has like some other feature. Anyway, it can clean, whiten, and it has gum care. Gotta look after your gums, you know. You gotta and then if you have, I think, no, it can't work with a regular toothbrush, Jodi. If you have an electronic toothbrush, I will recommend you getting one of these. Focus. So yeah, it looks silly. What is that? So you stick it. It has a 3M sticker on the back. You stick it to your wall right by your sink, and then when you're finished with your toothbrush, you just drop it in. Isn't that cool? Just drop it in. And it keeps your toothbrush off the counter. It helps because of course water will be dripping off of it, and there's a little hole at the bottom here, so the water just drips off your toothbrush and it doesn't stay all wetty. I think that's pretty cool. I just found this the other day and I was like, yo, this is so amazing. As a matter of fact, this is an extra one, so drop a comment. Would you like me to send this one to you? I literally just took it out of the plastic. Do I still have the plastic? No, of course I threw it away. Drop a comment below if you want. I can send you this. I can mail you this. It's really cool, really handy. Keeps toothbrush off the counter because you want to keep the counter looking nice and neat. But yeah, if you would like, it came in a pack of 2. If you'd like this one, drop a comment. Let's have a conversation. I'll send this to you, not a problem. And I just want to encourage everybody who, hold on. I just want to encourage all the kids out there who wear retainers, who wear braces, who wear any kind of mouth things like elastics when you have the braces. Honestly, really and truly, maybe when you're a kid, you know, you're like all embarrassed and stuff like that. But it's not like people don't know what's happening in your mouth. It's not like they're like, I guess I could, this one looks very strange. That's thunder. You can't even see what's going on. I mean, yesterday I went somewhere and I'm sure people were looking like, how come her braces look so weird? It's not forever, and it's helping me to fix my teeth to where I want them to be. You know, and if you want to know what to have in my mouth, just ask. But I think we're gone past the days of laughing at people because they're wearing retainers or elastics or whatever. I remember when my husband won his Grammy, he collected his Grammy with the elastics going from top jaw to bottom jaw. It's just something like, you know, get over it. So I want to encourage everybody to wear your retainer. Sam, I'm speaking to you. Yeah, okay, because she has the same one and doesn't want to wear it because she says they tease her. I think it's cool. Not. Anyway, just wear your retainer. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I'm going to put links in the description to everything below, and make sure, first person to message me with regards to this little thing, I'll mail this off to you. It's really cool. And I'll put links to everything in the description below, so that if you're getting your retainer, mouth guard, whatever it may be, you can prepare. And if there's anything that you're going to get here, you're like, Jodi, all of these things, you know, whatever, not necessary, this is the retainer cleaner. It really helps your retainer to feel cleaner, fresher, and of course sometimes, I know with my mouth guard it was starting to yellow a little bit, and I was like, hold on, something wrong here. So this was my mouth guard, so I don't clench when I sleep. It was getting a little bit yellow. I was like, no, something wrong. This helps to get the yellow away and help everything feel nice and fresh and get rid of any bacteria. Kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria and removes stains and plaque. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you're getting retainers, braces, I hope this helped you to know what to expect, what you need to get, and yeah, it's just a part of life. Some people have to get retainers. If you do, just wear it, wear your braces, and you know, in a couple of years you'll have nice beautiful teeth, and you'll remember, you know, when you were like, oh my gosh, I remember when Susie Q laughed at me because I had to wear elastics. And maybe you could even get like colored elastics. I think that would be cool. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. Make sure you drop a like and make sure you're subscribed to get more quality content on my oral care. Bye guys.